Welcome to John Hardin High School for tonight's 17th District Girls Soccer action. It'll be the 8-4-1 Central Hardin Bruins taking on the 0-10 John Hardin Bulldogs. We're now going to turn it over to our PA announcer for tonight's starting lineups.
Number 4, Taylor Edson. Number 5, Paige Bratcher. Number 10, McKenna Johnson. Number 12, Ava Stiff. Number 15, Haley Panther. Number 17, Cassidy Gent. Number 19, Audra Disselkamp. Number 23, Elizabeth Howell. Number 24, Ava McGee. And number 25, Alicia Podham. Your head coaches for the Lady Bruins are Justin Maddock, Eric Kravitsky, and Michaela Napper. All right. Get on your feet. Let's introduce our Lady Bulldogs. Number 0, we have Madison Santon. Number 1, Drea Douglas. Number 2, Moana De La Rosa Pagan. Number 3, Andy Riley. Number 4, Ashley Reisner. Number 8, Catherine Updegraff. Number 9, Jordan Rowlett. Number 11, DJ Quiros. Number 12, Jenna Libbert. Number 16, Bailey Dickens. Number 20, Carly Crowfoot. Coaches are Kaz Muhammad and Kelsey Yates.
So there we have our starting lineups for tonight's ball game. Again, for the Bruins, it was Shelby Edson, Taylor Edson, Paige Bratcher, McKenna Johnson, Ava Stith, Haley Panner, Cassidy Gent, Audra Disselkamp, Elizabeth Howell, Ava McGee, and Alicia Podham in goal. For the Bulldogs, Drea Douglas, Juana De La Rosa Pagan, Andy Wiley, Ashley Reisner, Catherine Updegraff, Jordan Rowlett, DJ Quiros, Jenna Libbert, Bailey Dickens, Carly Crowfoot, and in goal for the Bulldogs will be Maddie Santon. This is a HCEC-TV television production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live channel programming, brought to you in part by Brandyburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Central Hardin will have the opening possession of tonight's ball game. Panner sends it down. Edson there for Central Hardin. John Hardin, that's Dickens there, and now Quiros comes over to add some pressure. Back to Disselkamp, to Panner again, shot there, in! And Haley Panner with the first goal of the day on the pass from Disselkamp. With 39-31, so just 29 seconds into the ball game. Panner with it again. Now she backs it out. Bratcher sent it towards the middle of the field. Shelby Edson now with it to Bratcher, back to Shelby Edson. Panner back outside to Bratcher. Trying to get that one to Johnson. She does have possession, sends it up, no one there. That'll be tracked down by Crowfoot. Goes out off of John Harden. Throw in Central. Quick throw in, getting it to Johnson in the middle. Sends it out. So Kuros with it. Back to the middle. And Disselkamp now with it for the Bruins. Johnson back to Panner. Chipped forward, racing in a stiff. Morales will punch that one out. It'll go out, be a throw in for the Bruins. Throw it in. De La Rosa Pagan tries to clear it. And it went over the end line, so it'll be a corner kick for the Bruins. Panner will go to take that one. Shelby Edson will come up from her defensive position. Just going to take it to a short corner to Bratcher. Bratcher turns, gives it right back to Panner. Panner finding some room, shot. One off of Liebert. Bratcher now with it on the outside to Stith, who tries to get it to Johnson. And that will be sent up the field by Reisner. Edson there with it. She'll play it back to Potom. Potom outside to Gent. Trying to get that one to Taylor Edson. It goes out. Throw in John Harden. Dickens to throw this one in. It's back to Liebert. Kicks that one straight up. Howell. It's it over to Stith. Stith's going to send it forward. Edson racing to it. Rowlett just escorts it back to Santon. Santon punts that one away to Reisner. Now Kuros with it for the Bulldogs. That goes out. Throw in Central Harden. Quick throw in that time from McGee. Edson with it again. Back to the outside for Johnson. Johnson will cross. Goes off a Bulldog, and Santon there for the save. Johnson now with it. He's going to leave it off for Edson on the outside. Liebert closes in for the Bulldogs. Cross, and that goes over the end line. It'll be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. It'll be a Liebert who'll take this one. Panner gets it. It's taken back. And now Panner again with it. She'll send it up the outside. Rowlett will send that out. It'll be a throw in for the Bruins. Stiff to throw this one in. And to Johnson. De La Rosa back on there. Taylor Edson's shot goes wide right into the side net. Another goal kick for the Bulldogs. So up the left side. Panner there again for the Bruins to get possession back. Lays it back to Bratcher. Bratcher will send it back to Shelby Edson. Lays it back to Potom. And then right back out to Shelby Edson. Panner to Bratcher. That one goes out and be a throw in John Harden. De La Rosa Pagan to send this one in. Panner gets it right back for the Bruins. She's going to send it across the field. Dickens there for Harden. Sends it back the other way. Stith now with it back to Bratcher for the Bruins to the middle of the field. Disselkamp with it. She'll send it to the outside for Taylor Edson. Taylor going to send it for Johnson. Down into the corner. Liebert in front of her, crossing there. Trying to get it to Panner. Out of the box. Howell lays it back. Disselkamp shot. That'll go wide right and will be a goal kick for John Harden. 33-45 to go in our opening half. 29 seconds into the ball game. Haley Panner scored the only goal of the game for the Bruins, given they made 1-0 lead. Battle for it out near midfield, back and forth. Bratcher with it now outside to Stith. Panner with it. Trying to squeeze it to Edson right at the top of the box. Edson shot left foot. It's high. Another goal kick for the Bulldogs. Set up the left side, or sorry, right side for the Bulldogs. Quiros there. That'll be chipped forward. Douglas with it. Quiros getting that one for Reisner. McGee gets it back for the Bruins. Shelby Edson sends it to Taylor Edson. Howell now with it. She's going to send it down the center, trying to get to Panner. To the outside, crosses back. Fritzen. De La Rosa Pagan there, and that'll be cleared by the Bulldogs. Reisner now with it. To the outside. The forward Gent will get possession back. And now Disselkamp with it. She'll send it out the right side to Stith. So Stith still carrying it into the box. Now she'll cross. And Liebert will clear that one out over the end line. And it will be a corner kick for the Bruins. Stith lines up over there to take this one. This one's short. Edson tries to keep it in. She's going to send it back out. Cross there. Disselkamp shot. Goal! So Stith to Disselkamp for goal number 2. 31-12. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. McGee will play this one back to Gent. To Disselkamp. Bratcher now with it on the outside to Panner, and that's going to go off of Rowlett. Throw in for the Bruins. Bratcher will take this one. Bratcher going to cross it into the middle. Taylor Edson there with Liebert. A little pressure, forces her farther to the outside. Stop. Cross there, and one hops into Stanton's hands. That one going to be sent forward by Updegraff. Now Reisner with it for the Bulldogs. Now Liebert will send it forward over every defender. Gent will play it back to Potham. Now Disselkamp with it. To Howell. Trying to get it to Johnson, and Rowell to send it back the other way. Crowfoot chases after it. It'll be Potham that gets out and sends it out. Throw in for the Bulldogs. De La Rosa Pagan to throw this one in. That one popped in the air. Goes out, another throw in for the Bulldogs. Into Reisner. Shelby Edson kicks it off of Reisner. Let's go over the end line, and that'll be a goal kick for the Bruins. Shelby Edson to take this goal kick. Panner now with it in the middle, sends it outside to Taylor Edson. Sends it forward for Johnson. Liebert there for the Bulldogs. Johnson cross, but one hops right into the hands of Santon. That one goes out off of Liebert. It'll be another throw in for the Bruins. Be sent back up the middle. Reisner now with it for the Bulldogs. Goes off Panner. And now it'll be a throw in for the Bulldogs. De La Rosa Pagan will throw this one in. Reisner going to keep it in as she sends it up the Bulldogs' left side. Shelby Edson back towards the center. Quiros now will get it inside midfield circle. Taylor Edson now with it. Hayes with it. Goes off Liebert, back out. Panner keeps it on this end. Hayes again with it. Now sends it back. Loudermilk with it. In the middle of the field. She'll lay it off to the opposite side to Johnson. Johnson going to chip it in. Gets past Edson, and Santon will go pick it up. Santon will punt this one away. Panner with it again. Sending this one forward for Johnson. No one between her and the goal. Cross there. Gets all the way through the box. Hayes will track it down on the other side. Back towards the middle. Johnson tries to shoot. That one will go wide right. Another goal kick for the Bulldogs. .25-19 to go in the ball game. 2-0 score. Central Hardin on top. They scored just 29 seconds into the game. Haley Panner got her 19th goal of the season. And then with 31-12 to go, it was Audrey Disselkamp putting the ball in the back of the net for the Bruins. Hayes now with it. And now to be Panner back with it. Stops, continues her dribble, gets to the top of the box. Shot. That goes over the crossbar. That'll be a goal kick. John Harden. Tomorrow night, we will have volleyball action. Same two schools, Central Hardin, and they do come to John Hardin to take on the Bulldogs. That one's scheduled for a 6 o'clock start. Try to send it up the field. Hayes now with it. Back to Howell. Hayes again with it. She'll get it to Panner. To the middle for Johnson. Johnson turns and try to get it to Edson. More there for John Harden. Edson keeps possession. She'll cross to the far side. Cadence Paget will track it down there. De La Rosa Pagan on her. Good cross inside. Liebert gets to it first. She'll send it back out. Panner again sends it forward. Paget racing towards it. She crosses there. Edson tries to head this one. It'll go over the goal. It'll be another goal kick for the Bulldogs. Drea Douglas checks back in for the Bulldogs. Prior to the game starting, Drea sang our national anthem. A beautiful job. So we sent up the right side for the Bulldogs. Crowfoot keeps it on this end. Edson gets it back for the Bulldogs. Lays it back Loudermilk. Over to Panner. Chips out to the outside. Crowfoot there. Loudermilk sends it into the box. It's going to go wide right. Another goal kick for John Harden. Liebert will take this one. In the middle, Howell sends it back. Hayes now with it. And that one will be cleared out. Howell trying to get it back. Reisner there for John Harden. Robbins sends it back towards the middle. Hayes trying to get it forward. He keeps possession. Now we'll play it to the outside for Paget. More there for John Harden. Paget shot. Stopped by Santon. Liebert will clear it. Back to Douglas near midfield. Mishandles that one. Loudermilk with it again. Paget now. To Loudermilk. Back to Hayes. To Loudermilk. Inside the box. She shoots. And Santon with another save. It goes over the end line, and that's going to be a corner kick for the Bruins. Chloe Hayes going to take this one. How one touch gets past everybody. More races after. It's going to stay in. More to Crowfoot. Possession gained back. That one Howell. To Hayes at the top of the box. She'll play it back. Hayes with it again. Play it back to Pickrell. to Howell. Howell races after that one. Robbins towards the middle. Douglas has it now for the Bulldogs. McGee escorts that out of bounds. Now she'll throw it in quickly to Robbins. Now Robbins will throw it in. We'll have a foul call. It'll be a free kick for the Bruins. Hayes that takes this one. High off the crossbar. And it will be a goal kick from about 40 yards out. To take this one. The right center. Howe there for Elizabeth Howe there. Back to Loudermilk. Loudermilk will send it to the outside. Barry there. That's going to get over her head. Throw in for the Bulldogs. De La Rosa Pagan will throw this one in. Oh, she'll hand it back. Rowlett throws that one in, trying to get to Reisner. Got another throw in. Rowlett again to throw this one in. Crowfoot trying to keep it on this end. Savannah Howell gets it up to Paget. John Harden gets it back. Reisner now with it. And Paget right back with it for the Bruins. So forward for Satterfield. That one's poked away. Hayes now with it. She'll send it across. Elizabeth Howe. Back to Savannah Howe. Paget trying to get to Hayes. Play it back to Savannah Howe. Pickrell will send it to the other side for Robbins. Robbins plays it back for McGee. Pickrell, but it'll be Reisner that gets to it for the Bulldogs. Now McGee will send it right back up the middle again. Chip it forward for Paget. Paget shot. That'll go wide right. Barry gets to it, not going to be able to keep it in. Lybert will take this one. Elizabeth Howe gets it back for the Bruins. Rowlett going to send it right down the center. It'll go back to Potham. To Elizabeth Howe. Hayes now with it. Sends it up the right side for Barry. De La Rosa Pagan there. She backs off. Lybert comes out. Cross. One hop and in. I believe it was Cadence Paget with the goal. And it was Paget. That one on the cross from Barry. 15-18 to go in the first half. We're back on the air tomorrow night. Again, it'll be volleyball action as Central Hardin comes to take on the John Hardin Bulldogs. That one's scheduled for a 6 o'clock start. And then Friday night, back here at John Hardin again, there'll be football action as the Bulldogs host the Trojans of North Hardin. That one's scheduled for a 7:30 kickoff. Foul, and there'll be a free kick for the Bruins. It's going to be Liebert that takes this one. Panner now with it. Reisner pokes it away. Panner gets possession back. Sends it back for Shelby Edson. Send it up the far side. Goes off Rowlett. Barry keeps it in. Satterfield chasing after it. Rowlett there. Rowlett lets it go out. It'll be a throw in for the Bulldogs. Oh, we had a substitute, so they'll throw it in. I'm going to say it's throw in Bulldogs. Rowlett will throw this one in. Barry gets to that first for the Bulldogs to Satterfield. Satterfield's shot goes wide left and over the end line. To be another goal kick for John Hardin. Liebert to take this one. Johnson with it for Central. Lays it off for Elizabeth Howe. Sends it back for Elena Smith. Back to Johnson. Smith now with it. Up the field to Johnson. Johnson can get foul line. Stiff now gets it for the Bruins. Sends to the top of the box. Satterfield turns, fires. Blocked by one of the Bulldogs. Johnson takes a swing at, blocked again by the Bulldogs. Satterfield tracks it down. She'll lay it back to Smith. Smith going to send it across the field. Shelby Edson gets it. Edson shot. And it's in! Shot from about 25. 11:47 to go. Shelby Edson gives the Bruins their fourth goal of the day. Rowlett sends that one forward. Gent there for the Bruins. To Elizabeth Howe. To Panner. To Johnson. She's going to chip it to the outside. Barry out there. De La Rosa Pagan out for the Bulldogs. That'll be a foul. Free kick for the Bruins. Panner heads out to take this one. So two-person wall. Just in this one. Top. Johnson gets to it, not able to get a good shot on it. Ball out. Smith comes up. She lays it to the outside for Stith. Stith cross. Trying to get to Berry. Berry off the foot and in! Stith to Berry for the 5th goal. Beautiful cross by Ava Stith. And Berry puts it in the back of the net. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. That one is all the way down. Potham gets it. She'll roll it to the outside for Shelby Edson. To Panner. Now Johnson with it. Lays it off, gets it back, and it goes wide. Liebert got there and just hits it off. It'll go and be a corner kick for the Bruins. Oh, they're going to say it went off of Central, so it'll be a goal kick. Liebert to take this one. Stith gets it right back for the Bruins. Shot. Saved by Santon. Liebert. That one does go off of a teammate now, and it'll be a corner kick for the Bruins. Stith races over. She gets it quickly into Paget. Paget to the top of the box. Howell there. Shot. Bounces around. No one can get to it. Cleared out. Chasing after Woods for the Bulldogs. That'll go out off the foot of Bratcher and be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. 9 minutes to go in our opening half of play. Central Hardin up 5-0. De La Rosa Pagan sends that one up the field. Rowlett tried to get it out. Bruins back with it. Shelby Edson shifts it into the box, trying to get it to Stith. Moore was there. Shot off the post from Reynolds. Johnson back with it. Sorry, what was Napier who took that shot? It goes out to be a goal kick for John Hardin. Liebert to take this one. Johnson now with it for the Bruins. Taylor Edson. Poked out by Reisner. Gets it back. Now Johnson with it. She sends it at the goal to go into the side net and be another goal kick for the Bulldogs. Some more subs. Nope, everybody's ready. Liebert will send this one off. Down near midfield, Douglas heads it into the air. Kicks it. Gent there for the Bruins. Goes off of Douglas. Crowfoot now with it. Gent across to Shelby Edson. It's going to go down the right side. It'll go out. These subs coming in on both sides. Loudermilk cooks that one in. So we chipped forward. It's going to go wide to the left. Stanton will come over and stop it before it goes out. We'll bring it up and punt this one away. Douglas gets it right at midfield. McGee gets it back. Now Shelby Edson to the outside. That one's going to be sent forward to Johnson. Lays it back outside again. I believe that's Apt that sends it in to Napier. Down, ball cleared out. Panner will come back and gather it back in for the Bruins. Reisner gets to that one first. Panner again will play it back, this time to Shelby Edson. She goes to the outside. Laid back for Robbins. Shelby Edson will send it into the box, headed back out by Updegraft. Updegraft again kicks this one to the left foot, but Shelby Edson back with possession. Now Panner with it. To Johnson, back outside for Panner. Panner left foot. That's going to go wide right. And this week we were at John Hardin for our 3 games, obviously, tonight. Tomorrow night it'll be volleyball action starting at 6 o'clock as the Bulldogs will host Central Hardin. And then Friday night it'll be football action as the Bulldogs will host the North Hardin Trojans. Coach Paul Gray will bring you all of the football action. Kickoff scheduled for 7:30. That one's sent back in. St. Luke picked that one up. 4 minutes to go in the ball game, in the first half. Taylor Edson back with it. Napier gives it right back. Shot wide right. Liebert again to take this one. Reisner and Johnson going for it. Now Reisner and Panner going for it. McGee will get it, gives it back to Shelby Edson. To Savannah Howell. Now McGee with it right at midfield. To Savannah Howell. Gets it to Johnson, top of the box. Johnson shot. That's going to go off of Liebert over the end line. That'll be corner kick for the Bruins. Taylor Edson to take this one. One gets through the box. Cleared out by Karros. McGee will send this one forward for Taylor Edson. She crosses from there. Racing up. Is App unable to get to it, and it'll be a goal kick. John Hardin. 2:15 to go in the opening half of play. Score 5-0 Central Hardin. And Haley Panner, Audra Disselkamp, Cadence Paget, Shelby Edson, and Maddie Berry scoring the goals tonight for the Bruins. The goal kick goes all the way to midfield. McGee plays it back to Potham. She'll send it outside for Panner. Now back to the middle for McGee. To Panner, who lays it back for Shelby Edson. Shelby's older sister calling for it. Doesn't get the pass. Savannah Howell now with it. She'll send it forward for Taylor Edson. More there for the Bulldogs. She'll turn and kick it out. That'll be a throw in for Central Hardin. Into Johnson, back to Taylor Edson. Her cross right at the goal. Popped out one hand by Stanton, and then there will be a foul. It'll be a free kick for the Bulldogs. Down the center. Johnson there. Reisner there for the Bulldogs. It's going to go out. Throw in for the Bulldogs. De La Rosa Pagan to send this one in. Another throw in for the Bulldogs. De La Rosa Pagan. Oh, Rowlett going to do it now. And that will do it. So we head to halftime. Central Hardin on top, 5-0. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Blue Ribbon Renovations is a new locally owned Mark Harris company that is offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on windows, doors, fences, roofs, decks, siding, and much, much more. To explore your options or schedule your appointment today, call 270-763-3186. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. Located in Elizabethtown on 31W, just south of exit 91 on Interstate 65. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company and has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. That does help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. We will be back after this short timeout with second half action.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is finally here. BBTel Blast Wi-Fi from Brandenburg Telecom. With new Wi-Fi 6 compatibility and an app that puts you in control of your home network, get ultimate power and performance to every corner of your home. Set up and connect devices, pause Wi-Fi, and customize parental controls all from our BBTel Blast Wi-Fi app. It's the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, and it's a blast. Ditch your old wireless router and switch to BBTel Blast Wi-Fi today.
Hi, I'm Jarrett Cox with HCEC-TV, and today I'm here with Brandenburg's Don McMahon. Don, how are you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Let's talk about Brandenburg Telecom. You know, you've had a long relationship with us here at HCEC-TV, and you've been in business for over 70 years.
Yes, our headquarters are in Brandenburg, and we have offices in Radcliffe, E-Town, and Hardinsburg. And we've, since the start of our company, we went from dial-up internet all the way to fiber internet. So it's a lot of changes in that time span.
Absolutely. You know, with all the things going on today, the faster internet you can get, the better it is. And I understand that you have a new Wi-Fi system.
We do. We have it's called BBTel Blast Wi-Fi, and what that is, it's a new wireless router. So instead of you going to the store and buying a router and having to set it up yourself and make sure all the settings are right and maintaining that router, we do that for you. We provide that router, and this router is it's a top of the line. It's Wi-Fi 6 compatible. All your new devices, like your phones and iPads, they're Wi-Fi. They have Wi-Fi 6 capabilities, and what Wi-Fi 6 does is there's more connections and there's more speed to those devices. So that relates to less lag time in your home, because nowadays everybody's working from home. even from school, and even a lot of online gaming and streaming. So that Wi-Fi 6 really helps bring everything together where there's no lagging. So
I know during the pandemic I had to work from home, and I worked in web administration, so I mean it was such a big help to have that Wi-Fi speed to be able to do all the work that I needed to do remotely. It's really the backbone. You know, a lot of people don't think about all the stuff that Wi-Fi does.
Yeah, it's very important, especially to have a up-to-date wireless router. I mean, you could have the best internet in the world, but if you have a router set up wrong, or maybe a lower grade, lower quality router, I mean, your internet's only going to be as good as your wireless router. So we have the top of the line, and it'll help everybody.
And speaking of top of the line, we just cannot thank you all enough for all the support you give us. It's top of the line, and we would not be able to do all the live sports coverage that we do without your help.
Well, we enjoy it. We invest a lot in the community, not only in fiber technology, but we invest in the people in the community. And I think, when we do that, it makes everybody stronger, and, we're locally owned and operated, so we're here to stay.
Wi-Fi is just so important these days. People don't realize how important that is in a home.
One of our important features for BBTEL Blast Wi-Fi is it comes with an app on your phone. So when you get that wireless service, you can download an app and you can pause any device in your house. So if your kids are upstairs and they're supposed to be doing their homework and they're on their phone, you can touch a button and it would shut that Wi-Fi off to that device so they couldn't get to it. It also helps monitor your network from your home or business. You can cut off any device, and then you can do speed tests. You can set parental controls, and what that is you can set time limits on Wi-Fi access to your devices. So between 5 and 6, every Wi-Fi device would be shut off, and then after 6, it would turn automatically back on. So that's a neat feature, and especially these days, you need to keep an eye, on kids and their interaction with the internet. So it is a handy feature to have.
It really is important. I think about how I have a young nephew that's about to turn 3 this year, and I think about how my sister is going to try to navigate trying to keep him safe in this digital age.
Yeah, you got to keep a close eye on him, so this app definitely helps you do that.
And speaking of the digital age, you have a new e-billing app.
We do. Everybody has one these days, and we just got ours. So you can download the e-bill app, and it lets you pay your bill online, of course. But you can also go back and look at your previous bills. You can manage multiple accounts. So if you have a home and business, you can go back anytime and see your past invoices. And it's just a pretty handy feature to have.
So it's been a while since we've had you in studio. What are the future plans for Hardin County?
We've been building fiber in Hardin County for a couple of years now, and our focus is going to remain on Hardin County. Some recent areas we've been into lately is Rineyville and Cecilia areas, those surrounding areas. So, eventually our goal is to build out all of Hardin County. Hardin County is a big county, so it's going to take us a little while to get to everybody. I know everybody wants it, and fiber is so important, for everything we do in these days. So we will be eventually, but it's going to take some time.
People just don't understand how big Hardin County is. Somebody that doesn't live here, it just astounds me about how big it is.
Yeah, we cover Meade, Breck, and Hardin is by far the biggest county we serve.
Well, thank you again for everything you do for HCEC-TV. We would not be able to provide the live sports coverage that we do without you.
We're glad to do it. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Jarrett Cox with HCEC-TV, and today we're very happy to have Kobe Gibson from Waddell's Auto Scrap Metal Recycling. How are you doing?
Thanks for having us. Doing good.
Can you tell me a little bit about your business?
Yeah, we're here in Eaton on 311 Steel Drive. We've been family owned and operated for 53 years. We provide all types of recycling for people, everything from washers, dryers, to cars, bulldozers, semi-trucks. Pretty much if it's metal, we can take it. So.
When I come up on the Kentucky Parkway on my way to work, I see a billboard for Waddell's with several lovely kids on it. Are they yours?
Yeah, the 2 girls are mine, and the boys are my nephews, so they were a good model for the billboard.
I mean, it definitely shows that you're family owned and operated.
Yeah, family owned and operated, and we all live here in Hardin County, and that's kind of like we like to put money back in the community and do stuff like that. So.
And we really thank you for supporting HCEC-TV. So what are some of the more unconventional things that you scrap?
Some of the larger stuff, that some people won't take. There's some yards that will not take. They don't have a way to handle bulldozers, unload bulldozers. We do industrial accounts, so we've got a roll-off service. We can set roll-off boxes to haul away the metal, but we can do anything from something like I said as small as a washer to we've picked up 60,000-pound pieces of scrap before for these factories here in town. And we like E-Town, but we will go anywhere. We've got accounts in Louisville, Western Kentucky, and stuff like that. So, and we also offer, like I said, lowboy service. Pretty much anything you've got, we can get it picked up for you.
And that's so important because Kentucky is such a vast state, and having a family-owned and operated business that'll come and scrap your stuff is just so important.
Yeah, it makes it nice. There's a lot of people that have broken down vehicles that just don't have a way to get them to us. We've got a rollback for that. So all they got to do is call the office, and for a small fee, we'll go pick it up, and they'll get paid for it and make some money for it, make it real easy for them.
So one thing I didn't know that you all did is you sell parts from vehicles.
Yep. So we keep, it rotates the cars. We'll rotate them in and out when they get parted out too much. I mean, we've had as many as 1,000. We try to keep 500 to 1,000 just to have parts for people. This day and age, as expensive as everything's getting, it's nice to be able to go buy a used part and save some money. So
you're telling me the next time that a deer attacks my car, I'll be able to go to your...
Yeah, yep. Hopefully we'll be able to have everything, and if not, we can look it up and find it for you. So one thing also that I didn't know is you all recycle things like washers and dryers and refrigerators. Yep, pretty much anything that's metal we take, and it's not just steel items. We take aluminum cans, batteries, copper, all that type of non-ferrous metal as well.
So I know that you're based in Elizabethtown. How long have you been in the area?
As far as in E-Town, it would go back to the early 2000s, but they've been in business for, like I said, 53 years. So did a lot of mobile car crushing back then. So but kind of got our roots here close to home now, and that's where we'd like to stay.
And it's so important once you get grounded in a place to want to stay, and we really appreciate you supporting this local TV station and the local school kids by providing the live sports coverage and all the other things that your contribution helps us do. So thank you very much.
All right, we're proud to. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Regina Ryan, and I'm the Director of Hardin County Educational and Community Television. And joining me today is one of our longtime sponsors, John Rich with eTownExterminating.com. John, you all have been with us since the beginning, and without your support, we couldn't do what we do. Can you tell us about the company and when it got started and the background of how it got started?
Well, first of all, I'd just like to say thank you for this opportunity. We love to be able to be in this position where we can support Hardin County Educational Channel with all the athletic sports that we can. We feel like it's very important to do that. As far as our company, we are actually celebrating our 45th year this year, as of this month. And we're really excited about that. But as far as the company, we are a full-service exterminating company. We take care of termites, general pest control. We take care of from bed bugs to spiders to, like I said, termites to mice, whatever pest control that you need.
And how many employees do you have?
Currently, we have around 36 employees.
For those who haven't used your company before, what should they expect?
Well, we do, as far as general pest control, we do a monthly service, and we will come to your house and service the house, but we do a lot of exterior service, but we also go on the inside of the house.
Your services are available for both taking care of what happens inside your home and outside your home. So in regards to a client reaching out to you, what should they expect when they come to do some service inside the home for termite control, roach issue, bed bugs, all the things that happen within the house? What should they expect?
When a technician comes to the house, they will inspect and they'll assess what needs to be done. Everything that will be done will be told to the customer prior to the treatment. We do have protocols in place with everything going on with COVID right now. We will wear a mask, we'll wear gloves, we'll sanitize our tanks, our hands, everything. So we make it as safe as possible for our technician and for the customer.
And exterior is wise.
Yes, we do a lot of service on the exterior. When we assess the property, we'll see where insects are coming into the building. We will make treatments on the outside, but also we'll make recommendations to those customers. If there's something that needs to be sealed or caulked, or a door jammed, or a sweep on a door needs to be fixed, then we'll tell the customer about that.
Now, besides that one-time service, it's really important to do monthly.
Yes, we have a monthly service. What we do is we assign that customer with a regular technician. Majority of our technicians have been with us for years, so you'll have the same person each time. But they'll give you a call the night before, set up a time for an appointment. They'll come out, they'll service. If you have any problems in between services, all you have to do is give our office a call, or we give the customer's direct line to their technician. They can call them, they'll come back out, and they'll take care of it with no extra charge.
Now, I know you're located in Hardin County, but where else do you service?
Well, we service all the surrounding counties, Meade, Nelson, Breck, Taylor, LaRue. We service about 9 different counties.
So, not that anybody wants insects in their home, but what are the most popular insect that you deal with?
We deal with, on a regular basis, spiders, ants, cockroaches, bed bugs, and mice.
Oh gosh.
And then we have a lot of seasonal insects. Ants during the summer, we have a lot more because of the rain. And then during the spring, or during the fall time of the year, we get a lot of calls like on crickets in houses. During the winter, we get a lot of calls for spiders and also for mice or rodents.
And so, and you can help out with any of those types of insects and things?
Yes, with doing general maintenance, we can get it where you're not seeing anything.
Okay. I'm assuming annually there might be rise and falls of little critters or insects that might be a little bit more aggressive than before. Is that something that's common year to year?
Yes, I mean, we usually have one insect that will pop out each year, but generally right now that we have had probably more of an uptick right now are bed bugs, and we can take care of them, but it's a lot of prep work for the customers and for us.
I was going to say, anytime you get an infestation, it does take a little bit of time, correct?
Yes, one treatment for a heavy infestation will not take care of it.
Right. You were an athlete in high school. What sports did you participate in?
I played basketball, I ran cross country, and ran track.
And your children, I know that they've also been very active.
Yes, I had a daughter that graduated in Elizabethtown in 2016. She was a swimmer. A daughter that graduated in 2019. She was a soccer player, and I have a son right now that's a junior at E-Town. He's playing basketball and soccer.
Wonderful, and want to congratulate your oldest daughter is a nurse. She's on the front lines.
Yes, she just graduated from University of Kentucky this past spring. She accepted a position at Vanderbilt University Hospital, and so she's down there right now working there at Vanderbilt. I was
going to say on the front lines, those first responders.
Yes, we're very proud of her. She's taken on a task, and we're glad that she's in that position right now.
Yeah, and it means so much to those that she's taking care of, and so that's phenomenal. Your middle daughter is going to become the next generation of E-Town Exterminate.
Yes, my daughter Abby, last year she told us that she wanted to come back into the company, and so this year she's been working this summer, working with a lot of my supervisors, learning how to sell. She's been working with me a lot on the management side of it and financial, and we're going to bring her up into the company, and so we're really excited about that.
I was going to say, it must have been a proud moment when she said she wanted to continue in that role.
Yes, and I always said that Abby was my dad made over. So it's exciting to see her to, when I came up into the company, my dad always said that I was going to bring it up to the next level. Now I look at Abby, and I believe she's going to bring it up to the next level for me.
That's wonderful. Now, people that would like to get in touch, what do they do?
Well, they can call us. Our phone number is 270-737-6900, or our website is www.muggabug.com. That's muggabug.com.
Amazing. And really, the nice thing about it is you get to talk to a real person.
Yes, we have 4 wonderful administrative assistants in our office, and they will talk to you live.
It really makes a lot of difference. And you're in the communities that you serve. You really give back to that community. And why is that important to you?
Well, as a family-owned company here in the community, and as a product of this community, I feel like to reinvest into the things like this in sports, athletics, or a lot of other programs that we invest into with the Hardin County school system and with the Elizabethtown Independent School System, that we can give opportunities to these kids that normally they wouldn't have money or the advantages of doing that. And as an athlete, I always look at giving back to these type of programs, because not only are they competing, but they're generating friends, and longtime friends for years to come, and that's what's more important than anything is getting these bonds. And I look back, I still have great friends that I played basketball with, or I ran cross country or track with, and they're probably some of my closest friends. So that's the reason. That's the big reason why I like giving back to these programs. Just give them opportunities to be part of something.
Well, and developing those relationships, from assigning a specific technician to a resident to taking care of those relationships that you've established in the community. It's really what it's all about. Well, thank you, Sean, for being such a wonderful sponsor for HCEC-TV and Brandenburg Telecom's Live Channel 1 Sports. Without that support, we couldn't do what we do. And I just really appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much for this opportunity.
Well, now it's time to get back to our live sports coverage. So we're looking forward to seeing those athletes in action from all of our area schools. Hello, I'm Gina Ryan, Director of Hardin County Educational and Community Television, and today we are talking with one of our longtime sponsors, Mark Harris Construction. He has been with us from the very beginning, his organization, and through the years it's with apartments and renovations and real estate, of course. And now we are joined by Regina Johnson, who is the property management for 2 of the items that we're promoting with Mark Harris Construction. Regina, tell us first, our audience, a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been a property manager for about 15 years, and so they stole me when they started building these 2 properties. So
that's probably a very good. So she said stole, so you are a high priority.
Yes.
In terms of getting you on board. The 2 properties we want to discuss is the Black Branch Storage.
Yes.
First. So tell us about that.
So there's 339 units. We have climate control units, big, small, all different sizes. So you can store just about anything.
Can you pay by the month or annual or 6 months?
It's monthly, yeah, and it's gated, so everything is secure. There's an on-site kiosk where you can lease on site. There's no manager on site or anything like that. You can also lease online.
Well, that's really good with COVID running around
Yes.
and everything like that. So how long would it take to get a storage facility at that location?
In just a matter of minutes. You can just go to the kiosk, or you can go to blackbranchstorage.com and lease straight online.
Okay. And are those, I'm assuming that those fill up relatively quickly. A lot of
Yes.
people are needing those.
Yes.
So for those that may not be familiar with what goes into storage units, what are some of those items that people might put in storage?
Most people, they store, if they're moving from if they sold a home and getting a new one, they'll just use it for a few months, to store their household items. A lot of people store things that are just in their garage that they need to get out of the way. We have some who store old cars. And I mean, just about anything.
So I was going to say, it becomes, like you said, a perfect storage place.
Yes.
And rates are in the range, are in a comfortable range?
Yes, they're very competitive.
Okay, wonderful.
For sure.
And then another exciting part of Mark Harris Construction and Organization is the Winding Springs Apartments.
Yes.
Now, tell us where those are located.
They are on Nicholas Street, close to downtown, close to Highway 62, close to everything.
Okay, and what type of apartments in regards to bedrooms, things like that are available?
These are all 2-bedroom, 2-bath luxury apartments. All the finishes are very modern and chic. It's going to be a gated community. We're very excited about it. We have one building open so far, and our next building will be open sometime in October.
Well, and if you've been down Highway 62 and you look over that area, they look amazing.
Yes, they're gorgeous.
Yeah. And what types of amenities are available for those that will be living there?
We have a clubhouse. It's a huge clubhouse. We have one side for the office and one side for just the residents, tailored to our residents. We have a pool. And it's going to be gated, so we're going to be the only gated community in town. We're going to have a dog park, several other amenities.
That sounds fun. Now, are they fully furnished, or can individuals make them their own?
Both. We can have furnished apartments. We do a lot of corporate apartments for local places here in town. And then you can, of course, bring your own stuff.
Great. And how do people get additional information about leasing those apartments?
So you can go to windingspringseatown.com, or you can call 270-766-1155.
And is that process, does it take very long to do?
No, not at all. I'm very quick at responding.
And are they monthly or biannual?
The
yearly?
typical lease is a year. We will do shorter term leases, especially with corporate apartments.
Oh, so there are corporate apartments?
Yes.
Okay, so what might be that added incentive for a corporate apartment?
It's cheaper than a hotel, and you have more room. You have a kitchen, it's like home.
As I mentioned at the beginning, Mark Harris has been one of our very beginning sponsors, committed to what we do with HCEC-TV. And without that investment, we would not be able to carry the live local high school sports that we do. Right. And we do close to 80 a year. And it goes back to when Mark was an athlete in this local community, and his children were athletes in this community, and he is really committed to helping with that. So being a member of that organization, what would you like to add about that?
Well, I think that the owners, they're locally owned. They've been in this community for a very long time. They're committed to the community. They're committed to the surroundings, and they love to give back.
Well, Mark Harris Construction is definitely the embodiment of being active and involved in your community and supporting those around you. And we always appreciate all of those supporters and our sponsors, and again, without them, we couldn't do what we do.
Absolutely.
So, Regina, for our audience, just to remind them again, and if you didn't catch that, it's Regina and Gina. The Regina and Gina show today. How can people get in touch with you as property manager?
The best way is probably by phone, 270-766-1155, or email. It's regina@windingspringseatown.com.
Okay, thank you, and wish you all a great leasing season, and also in filling up all those storage facilities and everything.
Yes, for sure.
So thank you for joining us, Regina. And thank you for watching our HCEC-TV, Brandenburg Telecom, live sports coverage. It's time to meet another of our wonderful sponsors with HCEC-TV and Brandenburg Telecom's live sports coverage. Today we are joined by Whitney Ballou. She is a physical therapist at Physical Therapy Associates, which has been with us for many, many years, almost practically from the very beginning. And without their support, we could not do what we do in regards to our live sports coverage. Whitney, we are 6 feet apart, so we're going to remove our masks so you can hear us a little bit better and see our happy faces.
That's right.
So, Whitney, tell us about the history of Physical Therapy Associates.
I have been with the company for almost 5 years now. Guy Wallace, who is very well known in the community, started the company in 2002. We are up to 6 clinics now. Our clinic that we are in now in the Elizabethtown location has actually continued to grow. We add on and then we add on a little bit more. So growth is a good thing, especially with the economy the way that it is these days. It has grown not just employee-wise, obviously patient-wise, just the way that we use the building for a lot of the local sports, both school-related and the extracurriculars that people participate in. And the building is constantly in use with the turf that we have now too. So
right, that's awesome. The turf really provides well, it gives you extra space and gets you to do what you need to do. What types of services do you provide?
So we provide the obvious, the orthopedic related, the surgicals, those that are not surgical as well, just your general injury for the athletes that I know that you and I have specifically discussed. We treat a lot of neurological conditions from vertigo to dizziness, balance type issues. We work on a lot of gait with patients. Our turf provides a great area for us to do those types of things. We provide traction, dry needling, A-stem, which is just an instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilization. We have a lot of services and a lot of different certifications within our licensed individuals that can provide a pretty good variety of treatments for our patients.
And with diabetic patients, there's some procedures that you provide too?
Neuropathy is something that we see quite a bit of. There is an anodyne treatment that we use with some of those patients. And then again, as far as the gait side that it's related to a lot of those neuro problems, we use a lot of our turf for that as well.
COVID-19 has probably affected your business, so
Yes.
Talk about what's been going on with COVID-19.
So all of physical therapy across the board was shut down for roughly a week, a little bit less than that, just depending on what area you were in. They deemed us as non-essential to start. And then a lot of people went to bat for us, thankfully, saying that we are essential, which we definitely feel that we are. We were cut down to our caseload with just those urgent and emergent cases, which would be your surgical patients who needed to come to us so that they didn't end up worse than they were prior to surgery, fractures, really bad injuries that needed quick, if we didn't get to them quick, that they were going to be in a lot worse shape than they were off. So it cut us down quite a bit. We cut our caseload by probably 80%. We've slowly built that back up, so we're getting close to more what we would consider normal, but we can see a little bit of everything now, so we're thankful to be kind of free reign with everybody again.
Well, and in regards to delivery of service, I'm sure that you all have always taken protective,
Absolutely.
Whatever type of protection you need in terms of keeping both you and the patient safe and things. In regards to athletics, high school athletics, you used to think, oh, those high school athletes, those middle school athletes, even elementary school athletes, they're young, their bones heal, their muscles heal. How many of those patients do you see on a regular basis?
They do heal much quicker, but yes, they do still get hurt. You know, that has actually gone down in number as well. The sports were cut back there for a while. People weren't getting out, so people weren't doing as much as they were prior to all this COVID stuff that occurred. And our caseload's getting back up to normal with that. Our kids make up, probably anywhere 25 to 50% of our caseload, just depending on the given time frame, sports seasons that we're in and things like that. It's definitely increased since the school sports have been allowed to play. I was not going to be surprised if we saw more, just because they weren't getting the time to practice and do things before they were playing games. But thankfully, we haven't seen a whole lot of injuries, which is good for bad for business, but definitely good for the individual, and that's what we care about the most.
Awesome.
Yes.
You are a former high school athlete at Central Hardin High School. Yes. Just briefly talk about those years.
The glory days, as I like to call them. I played soccer and basketball both. I wouldn't trade those years for the world. I had very good coaches, very good teammates, and I just kept saying, I was telling patients and employers or our coworkers that I wouldn't trade those days for the world. So I can't imagine what some of these kids have gone through that haven't been able to play. They've missed out on not just senior years, but any year of high school, any year of middle school that you can't play those sports. That keeps so many kids not just out of trouble, but keeps them in shape, keeps the mental aspect of their lives in check too, which is so important. And I'm glad that they've been able to participate in a lot of those things now. I know there's still restrictions with it, but those are days that I wouldn't take away from my life, and I know that those kids wouldn't either. So I'm glad to see that they're back in session with a lot of that.
And with your sponsorship, we're able to bring live coverage to those that can't attend the sporting events because we're limited in number.
Correct.
They can watch that event at home, and
Right.
they can stream it, and they can share it, and so that's a huge benefit. When you were an athlete, did you notice HCEC-TV?
Oh, yes. I did, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's such a good privilege for them, especially with having limited tickets. I come from a very large family, which we were just talking about, so thinking about my parents, my aunts and uncles that came to games, or even just friends, you've got so many classmates that you hope can be there. Again, that's part of the glory days, as I call them, your friends going and cheering you on. And so for them to at least be able to watch it and talk to the players about how they did, know what a great catch or what a great shot, those mean a lot to those players. So it's great that you all are able to provide that service.
Great, and it does give them a little bit of extra exposure.
Absolutely.
To the broader audience and things.
Absolutely.
Maybe a coach from a Division I or Division II might
Exactly.
check you out. So, what about your commitment to the community? PTA is very involved. What are some of those things that you all really enjoy participating in?
So sponsorship is something that Guy Wallace is big on too. There's a lot of different recreational leagues that he's a part of from all of his kids that participate, but the marketing aspect, there's a lot that they're involved in with that as well. Our athletes are, I say, some of our prized possessions, but it's really great to be able to work with them, just to be able to see them get back on the field. Working with any patient is excellent, but when we can get our athletes specifically back to a school setting, whether it's just going to class because they can get off their crutches or get out of their wheelchair or get back on the field or court, it's great that we're able to play such a big role in that for them.
Awesome.
Yes.
For individuals that would like to contact physical therapy associates, what can they do?
They can call our office at 270-234-1569. We're open 7 to 5 Monday through Friday, so they can get in contact with us for that. We also rent out our turf. Well, we did pre-COVID, but we've got 5,400 square feet of turf facility that we also use for some of those recreational activities that hopefully once we get a little bit lifted on our restrictions that we're able to start incorporating that again as well.
Okay. And that turf application is really important. What I said it just gives you a wide open space, but what kinds of things take place in there?
It is great for our ACL patients specifically. We have them doing some very high level activities, some running, jogging, sprinting, a lot of agility type activities with ladders and hurdles. It's great for our neuro patients where we're doing gait and balance stuff, just trying to walk laps, working on getting from a walker to a cane, just being able to have that space where people can open up without feeling scared because we're too close to other tables or other patients and things like that. It's been great as far as COVID goes because the 6-foot rule has not been a problem. We are very spaced out, probably 20 feet between each table, which has been very nice. We actually added onto the turf initially, and then that didn't seem big enough, so we actually added on again. So we can also do throwing programs. We have the distance to be able to do those types of things. For our baseball and softball players, football players, of course, it's set up like an actual football field. We have the yards marked out, and it's nice to be able to work with that with them too.
I would say that physical therapy is one of those areas that has exploded in the last even decade.
Right.
When I was very young, you never heard, really, I didn't know of anyone that ever had gone through physical therapy. But now physical therapy extends to even the mindset and
Absolutely.
the emotional. So can you address that? Why do you think that that has occurred?
Pain is perception. Everybody perceives it differently. Of course, pain tolerance is different across the board, but if you hurt, it absolutely changes your entire mental state. So our physical abilities will absolutely address our mental abilities throughout daily life, from work to just waking up in the mornings. I actually had never had, I wasn't super familiar with PT myself, even growing up around sports and, teammates tearing ACLs and spraining ankles and things like that. I went to school actually to be a dentist to start, so I thankfully had some great mentors that led me to PT with my background and my love for the body, the anatomy, and all of that stuff that I loved class-wise. But pain is perception, so it has just continued to grow. People realize how much of a benefit it is for maintenance in some cases, but most of all prevention. A lot of our athletes that we've talked about, prevention of those injuries, if we can stop it, especially with a lot of the sport isolation, people doing just 1 or 2 sports focused on that. Us growing up, like I said, I played 3 or 4 growing up, so that's kind of changed a little bit. People are tending to specialize, which is totally fine, but it will sometimes cause some more injuries.
And that specialization may cause one injury over and over again.
Correct, like we had also discussed. Yes, exactly. So we are continuing to grow, maybe because of that as far as the athletes go, but pain is perception, and I think that the more that we are able to get that out there and people realize how good it can be just for an everyday life, not just returning to sport or returning to work, I think the more that it gets out there, you tell your friend, and then everybody's like, oh, it can help a lot more than we think.
Well, I appreciate Guy Wallace, and I appreciate Physical Therapy Associates, and I appreciate all that PTA offers this community, and it's really, it's been phenomenal. And you're in a couple of different counties now too, correct?
Yes. And same to you all, by the way, for what you all do for the county. Yes, so we have the Elizabethtown Clinic, but then we also have Ratcliffe, we have Meade County, Hodgenville, Bardstown, and then a South Louisville clinic as well.
Right, so easily acceptable for anywhere you need to go,
right.
Contact PTA, and it's pretty easy to get a recommendation also.
Absolutely. We are actually a direct access state, so you can go to physical therapy without a doctor's order. Now, insurance would depend on some of those cases, but it's really easy to get physical therapy. All you got to do is call us.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you again, Whitney, for joining us, and thank you for joining us at home. We appreciate all of our sponsors on HCEC-TV for our live sports coverage. And without Physical Therapy Associates, please support them. We could not do what we do to bring these wonderful athletes into your home on a regular basis.
I am Kyler Barkley. I am with the Media Arts program in HCEC-TV. I am a third-year student, and today I am interviewing one of our longtime sponsors, President of West Point Bank, Josh Hubbard. Josh, tell us a little bit about West Point Bank and its history.
Yes, so West Point Bank was purchased by First Breckenridge Bank shares in the early 1980s. We were one facility there in West Point, and we've expanded from West Point into Upton, Glendale, Radcliffe, and Elizabethtown. So we have 5 locations throughout Hardin County, owned by First Breckenridge Bank Shares, which owns several other banks throughout the Central Kentucky region. But West Point Bank is in Hardin County with one location in Upton, which is actually in LaRue County, but 4 branches in Hardin County and 1 in LaRue County.
Could you tell us a little bit about services offered new and old?
Absolutely. So West Point Bank is a full-service bank. We provide free checking accounts, savings accounts, certificates of deposit, IRAs. We also make loans for just about anything. 1 to 4 family primary residence loans, farm loans, agricultural loans, multifamily, automobile loans, you name it, we can pretty much do it when it comes to banking. So we obviously, like I said, are a full service bank.
Is there any specific areas of involvement in your community that the bank makes?
Yes, so we really strive to serve the communities that we operate in, primarily all of Hardin and the surrounding counties. We pride ourselves in our employees living, working, going to church in the communities that our banks are located in. So whether it be participating with HCEC-TV, doing the sports coverage, the Heartland Parade, West Point River Days, Glendale Spring Fest, Upton Days, just the Hooray for Heroes or the Ratcliffe Mayor's Breakfast, whatever that may be, we really strive to be involved and give back to the communities that we serve.
So you were talking about community involvement and HCEC-TV sport coverage. Is there anything, like, are you passionate about covering sports?
Absolutely. So we've been a longtime sponsor of this programming. When I grew up in high school, when I was growing up in high school, I obviously played high school sports. My son plays high school sports. A lot of the employees who work for me, their children play high school sports. And I just think that sports are great for children of all ages. It teaches them a lot of things. One, how to be a good teammate. You need to be a good teammate in order to be a good employee. It teaches them accountability. It teaches them work ethic. I think it teaches them how to win and how to lose. You know, life can be hard. There's going to be ups and downs, and winning a game, losing a game, winning as a team, losing as a team. I think it just gives valuable insight to just life in general by playing sports.
I completely agree and understand, and we appreciate your sponsorship. Now, is there any other extra information you would like to let the viewing audience know?
Just in general, West Point Bank, like I said, we strive to provide the best possible customer service that we can provide. We are extremely enthusiastic about the communities that we serve, the citizens in those communities, and we would really like to be your bank and to establish a relationship with you if we don't have one, and if we do have a relationship with you, to just further expand upon that relationship. We are, again, strive to provide the absolute best customer service and just, are just thrilled to be a part of the community that we serve.
How can people get additional information about your bank? Do you have any sort of contact?
Yes, so we obviously, as I said earlier, we have 5 locations or 4 locations in Hardin County and 1 in LaRue County. So West Point, Ratcliffe, Elizabethtown, Glendale, and Upton. You can follow us on Facebook. You can like our Facebook page. You can also visit us at westpointbank.com.
All right. Thank you again for your continued support. We wouldn't be able to do it without your support. Again, we appreciate you, and let's have a good season.
Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal helps keep America clean.
Got a car that needs to be scrapped? Old refrigerator not working? We pay Todd down. Call Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling today. Family owned and operated for over 40 years.
Premier Metal Recycling Company, we even handled the unloading. Waddell's Auto and Scrap, now with 2 locations.
Do your part. Keep America clean.
Scoring tonight started quickly for the Bruins. Haley Panner on a assist by Audra Disselkamp with the first goal in the net with just 29 seconds into the ball game. That was followed by Audra Disselkamp from Ava Stith, 31 minutes to go in the first half. And Cadence Paget on a cross from Maddie Berry. And the third goal was 15-18 to go. Then Shelby Etzen just 4 minutes later, unassisted from about 35 yards out. And then it was Maddie Berry from Ava Stith for the last goal for the Bruins with 10:30 to go in the first half. Teams will flip-flop ends. Annie Santon in the goal for the Bulldogs. And I see Lily Kraft out on the field for Central Hardin. Not sure if Potham will stay in the second half or not. Looks like she's putting on a jacket, so I believe it will be Lily Kraft in goal for the Bruins. And a reminder, tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, it'll be volleyball action. Central Hardin comes to John Hardin to take on the Bulldogs. And then Friday night, it'll be football action here at John, as the Bulldogs will host the Trojans of North Hardin. Football game scheduled for a 7:30 kickoff. Coach Paul Gray will bring you all the football action. Bulldogs have the opening possession. Rowlett sends that one forward, trying to get it to Crowfoot. Elizabeth Howell sends it back. Taylor Edson now with it to Hayes. Back outside for Taylor Edson. Elizabeth Howell now with it to Panner. Back for Shelby Edson. To Bratcher. She'll send it into the middle. Crowfoot, no, sorry, that was Dickens there. Now to be Panner. That'll be cleared by Liebert. McGee with it, over to Taylor Edson. De La Rosa Pagan got it back, but that one goes off of Howell. So that one goes out, a throw in for Central Hardin. Quickly into Taylor Edson. To the middle for Johnson. Just gonna send it forward for Hayes. Rowlett there. Gets it out to Douglas. And rushing over is Johnson, who gets it, trying to get it to Stith. I want to come back towards the middle. Howell for Hayes. Back to Johnson. Johnson left foot. That one goes off Rowlett. Back out. Crowfoot almost got to it. It was McGee that gets it over to Panner. Panner to Taylor Edson. That one going well over the crossbar. Be a goal kick for John Hardin. Stith sends it back to the middle. Johnson is there. Reisner there for the Bulldogs, sends it back. Bratcher going to try to keep it on this end. Reisner again with it. Bratcher will play this one back to Shelby Edson. To Elizabeth Howell. Howell going to go to the outside for Taylor Edson. Back to McGee. Back to Taylor Edson. Edson racing for it down in the corner. She's going to cross there. Almost back out to the 18. That one popped in there. It'll come down. Edson will control it. To Johnson. Tried to slip it in to Edson. Ball knocked around. Liebert there along with Edson. McGee square, and then Rowlett sends it back out. McGee with it. McGee going to cross. On the foot of Stith. She lays it back for Johnson. Or sorry, Hayes. Hayes tries a shot with left foot. That went off Reisner and into Santon's hands. Bratcher will play that one back to Shelby Edson. Over to Gent. Panner going to send it forward. Stith racing after it. Rowlett gets there first for the Bulldogs, and she'll just send it out. It'll be a throw-in for Central Hardin. Bratcher to send this one in. I apologize. Down in that corner I cannot see. Central Hardin retained possession. It's a throw in. Johnson with it. Quick shot off of Rowlett. Edson there, but Stanton comes up and makes the save. For John Hardin, Wednesday night they'll be back in action as they will hit the road and travel to North Hardin for a district matchup. The Bruins back in action on Wednesday also as they will take on the Elizabethtown Panthers. That ball over the end line. Goal kick for the Bulldogs. John Liebert back to take this one. Going to go out to the right. They go out. Be a throw in for Central Hardin. McGee to throw this one in to Taylor Edson. Johnson gets it forward. Edson now on the outside with it. De La Rosa Pagan there for John Hardin. This will be crossed towards the top of the box. Wiley and then Reisner clear it out. Gent chasing after this one. Able to get to it before it goes out. Gets it to Elizabeth Howell. She brings it past midfield to Johnson. Johnson going to send it forward. Rowlett there for John Hardin. She'll clear it out. Bratcher going to keep it on this end. Outside for Ava Stith. Stith keeps possession. I believe that was Wiley that broken that one up. Now Panner back with it. Reisner steps to that one. Johnson keeps possession for the Bruins. Now she'll play it back to Shelby Edson. Panner squares, sends that one forward. Liebert will escort it back to Santon. Big hop. Douglas heads it forward. Crowfoot sends it forward as well, but Bratcher will play this one back to Kraft. Stith now with it. Sends across the field for Elizabeth Howell. For Taylor Edson on the far side. She keeps it in. Low cross. That one will be kicked over the inline by the Bulldogs and will be a corner kick for Central Hardin. Taylor Edson will take this corner. Sent right near the front of the goal. Shot from Elizabeth Howell goes high, and it will be a goal kick, John Hardin. Santon will take this goal kick to the outside to Rowlett. She'll send it up the middle. Reisner there. Reisner going to send it up. Left side for the Bulldogs. Shelby Edson races over. Knocks it out. Throw in for the Bulldogs. Reisner will come up. Thought she was going to take it. Looks like it'll now be Dickens that comes to take it. Shelby Edson will get it to Panner. To the outside for Stith. Stith going to send it forward. Hayes there for Central Hardin. Liebert there for John Hardin. Cross towards the 18-yard box. Going to get all the way through. McGee on the other side with it for the Bruins. She crosses back towards the center. No one there. And Liebert tries. She actually plays it off of Stith. And it will be a goal kick, John Hardin. Throw in Central Hardin. Get it into Elizabeth Howell. Back outside for Taylor Edson. Squares up. Now she's going to cross, trying to get it to Stith. Plays it back for Johnson. Shot. And save by Maddie Fenton. And sent right back to the other end. Hayes heads it to the outside for Taylor Edson, who lays it right back for Hayes. Shot by Howell. That goes wide right and over the end line. Goal kick for the Bulldogs. Shelby Edson now with it. Panner plays it right back to Shelby Edson. She'll send it to the outside for Taylor Edson. She'll lay it outside for McGee. De La Rosa Pagan there for the Bruins. That one goes over the end line and will be another goal kick, John Hardin. 29:08 to go in the ball game. Liebert will take this goal kick. So send this from the outside. Douglas with it. Trying to get it to Reisner. Panner back with possession. To Johnson. Trying to get it back. Rowlett there. She'll send it back up the middle. Crowfoot now with it. And then Shelby Edson right back with possession for the Bulldogs. Jen will send it to the outside for Taylor Edson. Send in trying to get it to Panner. Rowlett got in the way. Have a stoppage. Reisner was hit pretty hard with the ball. They're going to stop play there. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. So Reisner will step out for just a few moments. Subs coming in for John Hardin. So a 28:06. Stanton will punt this one away. Howell now with it. Back to Gent.
All hamburgers and hot dogs currently half price in the concession stand. All hamburgers and hot dogs.
Outside for Taylor Edson. Drives it in. Trying to get it to Johnson. Liebert there for the Bulldogs. She'll clear it back out. They're out. Throw in for Central Hardin. Robbins to throw this one in. Loudermilk now with it for Central Hardin. To Johnson, back to Elizabeth Howell, back to Gent, and around to Shelby Edson. Johnson with it, trying to find some room. Shot off the crossbar. Save by I'm going to say it went in off the crossbar, crossed entirely the end line. So that will be McKenna Johnson's first goal of the evening, her 13th on the season. Sorry, no, her 11th on the season. 26:39 to go in the ball game. Reisner back in for the Bulldogs. Johnson races down to get possession for the Bruins. Be a foul. Free kick for Central Hardin. Panner to take this one. That one shot one hop and right into Santon, sorry. That goes out. Throw in for the Bruins. Bratcher quickly throws it in to Shelby Edson. Back to Gent. Subs in. Central with possession again. They're going to send it to the far side. Rowler to get there first. Just going to play it to the outside, a little too far for more to get to. Throw in Central. Bratcher into Panner. Panner squares up. Shot. That's going to go over the crossbar. Goal kick. John Hardin. That's going to be Liebert will take this goal kick. Douglas with it for the Bulldogs. She'll send it forward. Now Barry for the Bruins gets it back. Elizabeth Howell right in the middle of the field. I believe that was Rowlett. No, it was Reisner that kicks that one. Pickrell sends this one up the right side to Barry. Howell now with it. Loudermilk in the middle. Shot with her left foot, going to go wide left, and a goal kick for the Bulldogs. We're subs on both sides. 23-11 go in the ball game. Central Hardin leads 6-0. Had 5 goals in the first half. 1 goal here in the second half. Barry going to try to keep it on this end. Wiley plays it outside to Douglas. Savannah Howe gets it back for the Bruins. Trying to get it to Loudermilk. Sent back the other way. Kraft will come up and pick it up. Roll it to the outside to Savannah Howe. Back to Kraft. That'll be sent up the middle of the field by Shelby Edson. Elizabeth Howe to the outside to Barry. Satterfield streaking ahead, calls for it. Liebert going to get there first. She's going to turn it out. It's going to go off of Satterfield. It'll be a throw in for the Bulldogs. Satterfield now with it for the Bruins. Crosses. Shot from Paget, not able to get a lot on it. Ball back out and kicked around. Liebert tries to clear it. Paget shot. Saved by Santon. And it will be a corner kick for the Bruins. No Bruin has headed outside for the corner yet. Barry runs out. She'll take this one. Barry now will cross it into the box. Santon there. Goes off a couple of players. Comes out. Satterfield going to try to take a shot. It's going to go wide right. It'll be a goal kick for John Harden. That one sent right back up the middle of the field. Now sent to the outside. Barry with it, plays it back. Savannah Hall will play it back to Pickrell. Elizabeth Howe to Shelby Edson. Now Pickrell back up the field for Barry. From just the 18, Santon will move to her right and make the save. Shelby Edson heads it back. Loudermilk there. She'll race after to the outside. Caros there for the Bulldogs. Lyra will clear that one. Robbins with it on Central's left. Elizabeth Howe. Loudermilk with it, shot, left foot, one hop. Santon with another save. And Savannah Howe will let that go out. She'll throw it in there. To Satterfield. Rowlett there when it gets back. She'll kick it out. Throw in for Central Hardin. Satterfield to throw this one in quickly to Barry. Right back to Satterfield, but Douglas gets there first. Savannah Howe back to Pickrell. Quiros now with it. Plays it back to Reisner. Reisner going to send it forward. Kraft will come over. She'll kick it back towards the middle. Elizabeth Howell is there. To the far side. Loudermilk with it now in the middle. Back for Shelby Edson. Edson going to send it down the center of the field, trying to get to Satterfield. Liebert back. She sends it to the outside. De La Rosa Pagan will be out there as well. And that goes out. Throw in for the Bruins. Paget to throw this one in. That goes out. It'll be a throw in for John Harden. .17:05 to go in the ball game. McKenna Johnson with the only goal here in the second half for the Bruins. They lead 6-0. Pickrell back to Loudermilk. Now Satterfield with it. Paget cross. Elizabeth Howell back to Loudermilk. Tried to poke it free. Rowley gets there first. She'll take it up the right side. She'll send it towards the middle. Crowfoot there. Pickrell gets to that one though. And now to be Jip with it. Elizabeth Howell sends it outside to Savannah Howell. Loudermilk with it. And that one chipped forward. And will go out and be a corner kick for the Bruins. Paget is out there. That one gets through. Douglas had it. It's going to be poked out off the Bulldogs. Smith sent it in. And that'll go out of bounds. Throw in for Central. Smith quickly gets it into Barry. To Loudermilk to the outside for Paget. De La Rosa Pagan there for the Bulldogs. Paget turns it back. Shot. 2 hops and Stanton picks that one up. Robbins chases after that one. It'll go out. Be a throw in for John Harden. De La Rosa Pagan to throw this one in. Try to get it to Reisner. Ball knocked around. That one went off the Bulldogs. It'll be a Bruin throw in. Quickly into Paget. Back to Loudermilk. Robbins now with it on the side. Up to Paget. He's going to send it forward for Satterfield. Back to Paget. Trying to get to Hayes down the middle. Dickens heads it, but it goes right to Maddie Berry. Shot there, going to go wide right. Goal kick for the Bulldogs. Liebert to take this one. Douglas plays it towards the middle. Savannah Howell was there. Loudermilk with it again. Sprinting forward. This can go to the outside. Throw in for the Bruins. Paget quickly into Loudermilk. Try to get it back to Paget. That'll go over the end line and be a goal kick. Liver to take this one. Robbins will send it back for McGee around to Pickle. Now Elizabeth Howell with it to Loudermilk. Robin plays it back to the outside to Paget. Paget again with it. Delarosa Pagan there. Shot. Santon one-hand save to the outside. And that'll go out and be a throw-in for Central Hardin. Subs coming in. Trying to get it into the box. One sent out, it'll be a corner kick for the Bruins. And down into the corner for this one. Sent in, goes through the box. Out the other side, Central with it. Rowlett now with the ball for the Bulldogs. McGee races back. Robbins forces her to give it up. Goes to Savannah, back to McGee, now up. Hayes with it. To the outside. Shot stopped by Liebert. Trying to play it out. That'll go out and be a throw-in. Douglas gets it back for the Bulldogs. That'll go out. Quickly in by Moore to Reisner. Reisner will cross. That crosses the end line. It'll be a goal kick for the Bruins. 8:50 to go in the ball game. Gent will take this one down the middle of the field. Sorry, that was Panner that took that one. Throw in for the Bruins again. Rowlett will send that one back out near midfield. Bruins play it back. McGee now with it. To Savannah. Howell. Hayes with it. Hayes shot. Off the post. Rebound out. Shot. It's in. Aisha Potham, who started as keeper. Sorry, that was Autumn Callahan. There are 225s on the roster for Central Hardin. Potham being the keeper. Callahan wearing the number 25 on the field with her goal. Panner quickly with it back. 7-0 now our score. Back for Hayes. Hayes shot off one of the Bulldogs. Callahan. Now it's going to be cleared by the Bulldogs. Sit forward. Sit back towards the middle of the field. Hayes again with it. Howell shot. That'll go wide right. Goal kick for John Hardin. Libert will take this one. 6:30 to go in the ball game. Douglas heads it towards midfield. McGee, then Reisner now with it for the Bulldogs. Savannah Howell applies the pressure. McGee going to clear that one. Throw in for the Bulldogs. Moore comes forward to throw this one in. That goes out. Another throw in Bulldogs. Moore sends it in. That'll be sent out by Bratcher. Wide to the far side. That'll get out, be a throw in for the Bulldogs. De La Rosa Pagan to throw this one in. This will be sent to this side. Goodman shot just wide left, and that'll go over the end. No. Be a throw in for the Bulldogs. Faith Goodman with that shot. De La Rosa Pagan will throw this one in. That'll go over the end line. Throw in again. Oh, sorry, throw in for the Bruins. So we're going to get all the way into the box. Napier chased after it, but it goes over the end line. It'll be a corner kick for the for the Bruins. Hayes to take this one. There goes short corner. Bratcher with it. Get it back to Hayes. Hayes will send it over to Gent. Gent going to take a shot. That'll go wide right. Another goal kick. Get a reminder, tomorrow night we are back on the air, 6 o'clock. So a scheduled volleyball match between Central Hardin Bruins and the John Hardin Bulldogs. Again, scheduled to start at 6 o'clock from John Hardin High School. And Friday night we're back here with football action as the North Hardin Trojans come into the Dog Pound. Kickoff scheduled for 7:30. So racing back, McGee gets to it. It's going to go off of Douglas over the end line. It'll be a goal kick for the Bruins. Kraft will take this goal kick. The middle. Stith, now Hayes with it. Napier chasing after, I believe it was Rowlett that got there first. Kicks it out, throw in for the Bruins. Stith to the outside for Savannah Howell. She'll turn. Trying to get it to Callahan again. Out comes Stanton. Ball back towards the middle. Rowlett pops it up in the air. Moore there. Goodman there for the Bruins. Sent back. Hayes shot. Popped up in the air off of a Bulldog. And Stanton gathers that one in. Stanton will punt that one away. Hayes stops it. Back to Bratcher. Back to Hayes, top of the box. Shot, one bounce, and Stanton with another save. We're under a minute to go here at John Hardin. It goes out off of Central Hardin, throw in Bulldogs. Crowfoot to throw this one in. Gent plays it back towards the middle. Hayes to Stith, back to Gent. Hayes again with it. Sends it forward. Goodman races down to get to it. Rowlett for the Bulldogs there. Savannah Howell, shot. That'll go over the crossbar. 5 seconds to go. This will be our last play as Central Hardin will win. They move to 9-4-1 on the season with a 7-0 victory over the 0-11 now John Hardin Bulldogs. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Blue Ribbon Renovations is a new locally owned Mark Harris company that is offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on windows, doors, fences, roofs, deck siding, and much, much more. To explore your options or schedule your appointment today, call 270-763-3186. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminate is a locally owned family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. Again, we're back on the air tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, as the John Hardin Bulldogs will host the Central Hardin Bruins in 17th District volleyball action. For all of our workers here at HCEC-TV, I'm Bobby Thompson saying so long and good night.